Okay, okay. Madam Toastmaster, there is a device that I get. That is the telephone. Although indispensable, the mere sight of a telephone drives me crazy. When I just finished my A-levels, I went to work in a bank, and the customers would come and ask me, "Sir, did my foreign check get realized?" Foreign checks are handled in the head office branch. So therefore I had to walk toward the phone and make that telephone, which I hate. I do not know why I hate telephones. Maybe it's my lack of confidence, my inability to converse with people, or my lack of fluency in English, but I hate telephones. Now that I am a lecturer, I still hate telephones. I think that I would never encourage my students also to effectively use a telephone, although it's the more greener way to do. Then eventually my students will become people who do not like telephones, be ignorant of telephones, or do not appreciate what a telephone could do. See how a uninspired, ignorant, bad teacher can be a bad influence on his students. This is just my ignorance of telephones. But think about the ignorance of the 200,000 teachers of our country of ICT. Friends, in Sri Lanka, what do you think is the internet penetration percentage? Give me a number. 80%. This answer, what is the percentage? 20. Unfortunately, according to ITUT, the International Telecommunication Union, 15% of Sri Lankans use internet. And 4 out of 100 people have broadband connections. The situation is very detrimental to the development of our country. Now think about a school in an urban area. In urban areas, except for the very fortunate few schools, students are usually knowledgeable of internet and ICT, but the teachers are ignorant. So teachers in Sri Lanka do not like to show that they do not know. So because of their ignorance of ICT, they would banish ICT from the classroom. The people who are already fortunate and already using ICT technologies will anyway use it. But the poor students, but the ignorant students will become even worse. Now let's move to a school far away from Colombo, not too far, just 10 kilometers far away from Colombo. Those schools have about 5 computers given by the government, which are locked in a room. To make the situation worse, the students in these schools are from not so wealthy families. So they do not have computers, or they do not have access to computers. When you go further away from cities, you see situations where, forget about using a computer, they have never seen what a computer is. This one person told me, when they took a UPS to one village, the person looked at it and said, "Sir, you have a computer and neither. It's a massive computer, right?" This is the ignorance of people far away. Do not laugh, my friends. This is a situation that needs quick addressing. Ignorance of teachers. Yesterday, I heard a shocking statement from a student who is in final year last semester. He said, "For the first time in my life, I borrowed a book from the library. This put me into an emotional roller coaster which made me so emotional. But I kept my mouth shut because you cannot anger the students. You are a lecturer. They can anger you." I kept my mouth shut and thought to myself, the students do not know how to appreciate it. They have not discovered the joy of going from the cover to the other cover. If they do not have an appreciation, aren't we the lecturers responsible of generating this appreciation? This is a university, students are adults, and we do not care about their appreciation. But think about the school. If the teachers or the principals or the school leadership does not appreciate ICT, would the students in turn appreciate ICT? We were boasting about Sri Lanka's literacy. 80% literacy, 90% literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, what is literacy if you do not know ICT today? As I showed you using statistics, 15% access internet in Sri Lanka. Today, literacy means reading, writing and ICT. ICT is in this dire state in the pristinely literate society of our country because of the ignorance and lack of appreciation of our ICT teachers and the teachers in general. Therefore, we must get together and take decisive steps to uplift the ICT situation of our country. In fact, think about a village underneath the sea. Can you keep books there? No books, because they are made of paper. Most of the Sri Lanka, except Colombo and the cities, is like this in regard to ICT. I have seen these schools in my own eyes. I have talked to these people. I met them personally. Situation is horrible. Situation is fearful. As people who are conversant with ICT, we must take quick and decisive steps. The government must invest money quickly to bring up this ICT situation. Otherwise, Sri Lanka will be heading toward a crash land. But